What's up, everybody? Shauna D Man here, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back if you're listening on podcast to another Nerd Talk After Hours episode where we kind of move away from cosplaying and nerdy based content like that, and we'll just talk about, just life in general, relationships, so on and so forth, things like that. So we are here with a brand new guest to get us kicked off and going. Tell us who you are, and then tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Layla. That's my stage name. And my job is sex work. I'm really nervous right now, so you're gonna watch me fidget, and it's gonna be wonderful.
No, you're completely fine. I've been telling her she's been fine the entire time. So, um, you're gonna be good. You're good. You're good. So tell us. So start off easy. Um, how long have you been doing adult content creation?
Like since I turned 18, and didn't wait. It's like, okay, I'm old enough.
Okay, is that something you've always wanted to do?
No, but I did. Like I was ordering Uber Eats one
Mm-hmm.
time, and this lady, she comes up and she looks at me and she says, "Do you do porn?" And I said, "No." And she's like, "Well, you should." And I was
Hmm.
working at the time, and the guy I was working with like touched me inappropriately, and I felt weird about that, and I didn't want to go work again. And so I was like, "Let's do porn."
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
We love the Uber Eats lady. Forever a part of my life.
Wait, were you delivering food to her,
She
or
was delivering
she was
to me.
delivering to you? Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. I never had Uber Eats.
You should. It's very convenient.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people mention that, but I've never been much of a, well, let's see, we have DoorDash. Well, I don't even know if we have an Uber Eats. I don't think we might. I typically don't DoorDash or do Uber Eats unless, like, I guess if I have to, but most times, like, if I'm hungry, obviously I have food at home. But if I'm working, I live like 10 minutes away from my job, so I can just drive home very conveniently for food. So, what's your, do you have like a favorite, or does it just depend on your mood?
I love La Madeleine's because they have some amazing crepes. It's like a fast food French like place.
Have I had crepes?
They're like
Ye-
thin pancakes.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I had some a couple of years ago, but this was in when I was in Miami. Um, they had like a little stand in the mall that I was at. They had somebody selling crepes. They were pretty good. I think you could get like this banana style crepe. I'm very picky about what I eat, so, well, I could just say I'm very picky about what I eat.
I love the strawberry Nutella that's like covered in whipped cream. Like that's wonderful.
You see, I've never been a Nutella person. I just I don't know what it is about it, but I've just never been that kind of person.
I think it's like so. It kind of tastes like fake chocolate,
That's probably why.
right?
Um, what else was it? So Nutella. I'm trying to remember I'm trying to remember when I had the last time I had it. I haven't had it in years, and that's probably just because of why, like, the first time I did have it, I was just like, you know what, this is not for me. So if somebody else wants to have that, they can have it. So
So my favorite thing about crepes is you can have snacks or breakfast. You can put dinner stuff in it. Like it's a whole thing. So like
you can
you
put
have dinner.
dinner.
You can have dinner crepes if you want to. Yeah.
What do you put
It's
with your
one.
dinner crepe?
So you can Crepes are like tacos.
That's
You can put anything in them. So like whatever your fancy is.
Do you have crepes around where you live?
So there's just a bunch of little restaurants that do them, and like it's easy to make your own crepes if you like you're okay with waiting overnight, because it's best if you wait for the batter overnight. That's why I don't do it, because I'm impatient.
Okay. Okay. But you could make your own if you wanted to.
Mhm.
Should I make my own crepe? No, I don't think I would have the patience to just wait for the batter.
We could do it together, and then we could just sit there patiently hating it
That's
together.
true. That is very true. I yeah, I don't think I could be patient enough just to wait. I just um so we don't have a crepe place. Actually, I don't even think we have one anywhere near me now that I think about it. Because where I live, we pretty much have like we have a lot of burger places. We got a Taco Bell. We do have like sports bars, that kind of stuff. We have a Thai place that's pretty good.
I love Thai.
Oh, really? Uh,
I
I
just
like
find food I don't.
I like spicy food, but I'm also like I don't care for. I like a little bit of spice, but I don't want spice that kind of like ruins it for me. If you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I remember I was in New Orleans a couple of years back with some people, and we went to this little diner shop. And my friend Richard, who he loves spicy food, um, and I don't know if it was the cook that got mad because we showed up late at night, kind of not. It wasn't close to when they were closing, but it was in that time frame. But I think we think he like loaded our my friend Richard up with like peppers, and because it was so hot that it burned his vocal cords, and so he couldn't talk for the next couple of days.
I hate. I'm so. That's horrifying.
Yes.
So I'll sit there and I'll be like, this is so hot, and I'm red as a tomato and I'm crying, but like I won't stop because for some reason I can't. It's like it's so delicious though. Like snot just
Oh
everywhere.
god.
Wonderful. It's
That. Oh man, yeah. I used to not like hot sauce or anything like that on my food. I was never really like a big person about that until I did it once in high school. Because they every now and then they would serve us like chicken, but the chicken was kind of like dry, and so it was just I need something to go with this. And I tried hot sauce. I was like, you know what, this is fine.
it's fine.
It's
I'm
fine.
dead.
So, I, I,
I
I'm
have to.
I'm only having to enjoy it because I don't have a choice because of the dry chicken. So it is what it is. But let's see what else spicy food do I like? We have.
Like curry. Is that spicy? I feel like that's spicy.
I think I've had curry somewhere. I don't remember where though.
So, but I chicken out. When they ask me the spice, I tell them a level one.
Oh, really?
Like, I'll have a level one spicy, please.
So I like wings, for instance. I'm not much of like a buffalo whatever guy. Like I'm traditionally like lemon pepper. I love lemon pepper wings. They are the best. If there's like a second, um, I guess garlic parmesan is pretty good. We have two different we have two different places. We have a Buffalo Wild Wings, and then we have a Jefferson's, and each one does their
What
It's
is it? Jefferson.
So, do you not have a Jefferson's where you live?
I don't think so.
Uh, it's basically kind of like a family sports bar kind of deal. Um,
I remember the way you said Jefferson's.
oh,
Jefferson. I'm
no, no,
still in
no.
it
Oh, that's
now.
fine.
It's
Um, oh, it's with one of my town's top tier places to go eat. Like literally, a lot of people go eat there. But they do their wings. They do their wings different because like with the Buffalo Wild Wings, theirs are a lot more. What's the word I want to use? It's not. It's a lot more juiciness to it, and then the other one it has more of a dry rub to it.
Mhm.
So I guess it just depends on which one you want to enjoy the most.
I like juicy chicken. That's my favorite.
Oh, really? What else do we have? We we have like we have a New Orleans style place here that's pretty
Mhm.
good. I remember I tried this. It's kind of like this maple bourbon style of drink.
Oh,
It was pretty good.
it's,
I haven't had it. I need to have it again one day. It's been a while since I've had it, but it was pretty good. There was something else I had that I liked. Um, I do like bourbon, although I haven't had it in a while. I need to have it, but it is what it is. So, with you, um, so what to keep it light? What was you mentioned that you started doing adult content when you turned 18 and everything. What was that journey like for you starting then, and then what is it like now?
so starting up, it was a lot of nerves. It was just terrifying. I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of like figuring everything out on my own. But everybody was super duper helpful. Like my clients. I don't know another word for that.
Yeah.
That's fine. The super nice and super helpful, finding me different ways to advertise. And I did definitely started like underselling my stuff. Like a video was $5 and blah blah blah, and
Mm.
everyone was like, "Raise that! You need to stop." And I just didn't listen to them for the longest time because everyone was so nice. But then once I got older, people started to be meaner.
Mm.
And so the meaner they were, the more my prices went up because you're gonna be rude to me. You're gonna pay for to be rude to me.
Mm. Okay.
So that's like the biggest difference is how nice people are to you.
Okay. What did you start with first? Was it like OnlyFans or was it like Fansly?
I started with just selling on Snap,
Oh, okay.
and I kept getting banned off of Snap because that's a no-no. That's against guideline. And I moved on to Telegram just recently. And I think I started OnlyFans before Fansly, but I didn't like OnlyFans as I kept because I'm more kinky. I post some kinky things,
Mm.
and OnlyFans doesn't like that. They're like, "Hey, don't do that." Like the I posted a video of me and a lollipop having fun, and they took it down for illegal activity.
Hmm.
But Fansly, they're totally fine. They're much better with kinky stuff, which is why I ended up opening a Fansly.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm surprised about that about OnlyFans. Uh, and also Snapchat. That's interesting too, because I didn't. Well, I probably shouldn't. I probably should know that, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's been like other people doing basically the same thing as you. Um,
Mhm.
eh, that's a bit. But for those who are watching or listening, I believe I don't remember. I remember I came across you on Twitter.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, but I was just kind of like, she seems pretty cool. I'll give her a follow. I don't remember what you were doing. You were being goofy about something, I think, and so I was like, you know what, she's pretty funny. I want to give her a follow. Um, and then I messaged you just to talk with you, see if this would be something you were interested in coming on and just chatting about. Um, and well, obviously here we are, but we do talk a good bit off camera as well. So it's actually been a pretty fun chatting with you and building that friendship with you, because I remember, what was it, we were talking, oh, I called you because you were flying home from a family event,
Mhm.
and we talked for a good hour. It may have been more.
On the plane.
Oh yeah, yeah. So um that was pretty fun. So what's the future of your content creation look like for you? Like what?
So I'm scared, number one,
Mhm.
about the future because AI is
Oh yeah.
really um, going up there. Like the GFEs are, going way down. People aren't paying for GFEs, which is girlfriend experience,
Hmm.
as much anymore because there are AIs doing that. And I don't know. Um, so I'm really worried about that. But I think that at the end of the day, there will be people who's interested in real content creators. Maybe that'll be like a kink.
Mm.
I don't know. And so I'll have to find my little nook there.
Yeah, because I remember I remember seeing something. It was I believe with Riley Reed. She, obviously she's a very, famous porn star and things like that. But I remember she talked about bringing uh, AI into her content creation. It's kind of like she was gonna like create the AI to like have conversation with her clients and stuff like that, or people who pay or whatever. And a lot of people didn't like it because it's not the real thing.
Mhm.
And so I mean, and I was just like, yeah, it's just, would I rather have a conversation with the actual person or just some AI that's basically gonna tell me what I want to hear, if that makes sense?
I, I'm hoping that's how majority people feel about it, but then I go online and I see so and so married Siri. And I'm like, no, wait.
That's insane. um yeah, it's definitely AI. It's crazy. Like, it's really crazy how fast that has really gone, taken off. Um, because I remember maybe it was Taylor Swift. There's been a lot of like female celebrities like out there talking about, banning and that kind of stuff. So it is a hot mess. Like, if it's not properly, used, it can cause a lot of issues for a lot of people. So
And thing about if an AI, if its only job was to make porn, it could produce so much porn every day. And no matter, like, I'd be so sore trying to keep up with it. Just
yeah,
so many ice packs.
yeah, yeah. And so I mean, it does suck because like even in TV shows, movies, whatever, I mean, there's been like a lot of stuff about, maybe it was a video game company. I can't remember which one it was, but they're talking about using AI a little bit more. And so, because like right there, you're like, okay, so you're gonna just cut people out of a job.
Right. A lot of people.
Yeah, so it's something. So when you're not doing content creation, what does your day typically look like for you?
So my day is pretty flexible, to be honest.
Okay.
Um, as long as I am doing my necessities and I'm making videos and I'm posting them and I'm talking to people and I'm advertising, then that sounds like a lot. And it is a lot if you're doing it every day, but it's also like posting and making videos is a hobby as well. So
Okay.
like it's not as big as it sounds.
um.
Um,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have quite a lot of pets that I take care of on the daily, and I try to make them love me even though they don't.
Like, are you are you a cat person or a dog person or both?
I'm both, but if I had to choose, I'd get a really big dog because, yeah, I like guard dogs. I like having that safety.
Oh, okay, okay. How many pets do you have now?
I have two snakes, one leopard gecko, five parakeets, and one mouse.
That's a lot.
I used to have more.
Oh, I honestly, I think you told me that too, and I was really still like surprised about it. So, um, I have three dogs. I'm not really a cat person. I'm fine with cats, but growing up, my mom was like allergic to cats, so we necessarily didn't have one around. But like, I remember I
Mhm.
was hanging out with a friend of mine from high school one day, and he had just gotten like a brand new kitten, and I was doing something, and I didn't notice it was behind me, and so it jumped onto my back and latched into my back,
Oh
and
no.
I was just kind of like, nope, nope, we're not doing this, and so so I was able to just like gently put him down, but I was just kind of like, maybe this is why I don't do cats.
Right. Oh, thank you. So, my Gigi, which is grandma, had a cat and it hated me. It literally scratched my eye one time. But
Oh,
really, like a year before it died, I guess it felt bad for treating me so badly.
oh,
So it would cuddle up to me just constantly every time I was around and it would sleep with me. And it was like, it really felt like it was like, I'm so sorry that for my entire life I've terrorized you.
um, one of my dogs, he has learned because I remember for a while because it may have been last year, maybe the year before, but I remember for a while I would get up to get ready to leave for work or come home to work from lunch or come home from work, and there was always like trash that was like torn apart and like in front of my gate to my backyard. And I was like, what is this coming from? And I always thought it was somebody's dog because a lot of people just let their dogs roam around, no leash, nothing. And I was just like, okay, somebody's probably having their dog do all that. But one day I came home from lunch, and as I pulled in my driveway, my youngest male, he looked up, and we kind of like made eye contact with each other, and I was just like, what are you doing? And so he then runs past my car, and I kind of like run after him, and I watch him as he climbs our fence to get
Oh
back into
no.
the, yeah. And so he learned how to climb a fence in order to get in and get out of the backyard. And so I was just kind of like, this is
How dare you?
exactly. And so I was like, I give you so much
Well,
love,
that's
and this
right.
is like, what are you doing, man? And so it was just like
And
really
I already
ridiculous.
knew he was like, oh, he got me. He
Yeah,
knew. He
yeah.
knew.
Uh, he even did that one. He did it several times. One because like I remember coming home from lunch and I'm just going down the street and then I slow down and I see him on the sidewalk. He's probably like uh a couple of feet away from the house, and we kind of like look at each other. I was like, "Get back home!" And he just takes off running, jumps into the climbs the fence back into the backyard. So it was just like, "Stop it! You're doing too much."
You need to stop.
So, um, and then my oldest female, who I've had for about almost, I think July will be 10 years that I've had her. She does the same thing. She just digs her way out. And so it's just very tiresome. I'm just like, y'all, like you get well fed and you get taken care of. I show you some love, and this is just you just cause me a lot of trouble. That's what you're doing.
They just
So
want to leave.
yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
they'll come back. They just want to
oh yeah, I
go
mean, yeah,
see it.
but I'm just kind of like, I don't want you being like these other dogs and whose owners just let them do whatever they want. That's not what we're doing here. That's you're more responsible than that. So, because my female dog, I caught her one time, and she was just up the street at somebody else's house, just chilling with their dog, just laying on the porch with their dog, and I was just like, "What are you doing? Do you even know this dog?" Probably not. And so,
Maybe none of your business.
well, yeah, you're probably right. If she could have talked, that's what she probably would have said. And so, um, but she did have one of her pups. So she's had three litters of pups over the years. Um, and one of them was up the street from us. Oh, I don't know where it's at now. Actually, I think they may have moved, but like it was basically one of her sons. He would come around and see her and hang out with her from time to time. It was a pretty cool dog. And so, but I can't be that kind of. I don't know if I want to be that person that has like snakes or lizards as pets.
See, I want to be the kind of person that has an entire zoo.
Really?
Yeah. I will put my like house open to the public.
Okay.
They can come and see my little zoo creatures. It'd be
So
wonderful.
if you had your own zoo and you can only have 5 animals in it, what would you take?
Like, even if they're tiny,
Even if they're tiny, only 5 animals you are allowed to keep.
no, you're hurting my soul. This may be an impossible question. An armadillo, because otherwise you're not allowed to own an armadillo.
Okay.
Oh my god. You really stumped me here.
All
You're gonna.
right.
I think crows because of the same. I keep a crow because they're also illegal to have unless you're a sanctuary.
They're pretty intelligent as well. It's okay.
It's because they have an intelligence of a 7-year-old, and like prisoners will like use them to bring knives and stuff for food to like shank people.
Really? Where did you learn that?
There's so many just random facts about crows. It's
I've
not
never heard of that before. That is actually new for me to hear.
even. They domesticate wolves.
That's true.
They domesticate wolves just by dropping food. They're like, here, I know you like this. And the wolf's like, I do.
That's actually really interesting. See, do you just like stumble across these facts, or do you actually go and research these facts?
Yes. I also played this thing called Animal Jam, which is like a child's game, but
Hmm.
it's fine. And it just has tons of random animal facts all over the place. And I love it. I like the only reason I play it is because you can get so many pets. And I just like, I'm like, oh, pets.
Okay. So armadillo, crow. What else?
Mm. I'm thinking a polar bear because like they're going extinct and I could give it the happiest of lives, right? Be
Okay.
like, yes, your entire species is dying, but look at this fun ball.
Okay. Okay. So okay, crow, armadillo, polar bear.
A black panther because it's my favorite animal.
Okay.
This is my last one. I have to.
You have to really, really think about it.
I'm so scared right now. What if I choose wrong and then I'm stuck with the wrong animal
What?
forever?
I don't know if that can happen or not, but
I'm thinking like a really big snake.
okay.
Just
Just
any
just
really
any. Oh,
huge,
okay.
huge snake that I can't pick up, but I really want to.
Okay. Okay. So Black Panther, crow, polar bear, snake, and armadillo.
Hmm.
Okay, it's not bad.
It took so much to get that answer.
Yeah, but it's
Hard.
okay. I'm fine with it though. Um, I used to not like snakes because I'm actually working on. I actually got to record a video for tomorrow. Well, not for tomorrow, but I got to record a video to upload for next week. But the reason I wasn't a big fan of snakes was because growing up, I watched Anaconda for the very
Oh,
first time as a kid. This, let's see, this came out in 1997. So I was probably, wait, so I would have been at least 6 or 7 by the time I watched this movie, and I had no concept of what a snake is until I came across this movie, and so I watched it, and it traumatized me for a good bit. Like for the longest time,
haha,
that's
funny.
yeah,
Wow, that traumatized me.
yeah.
Maybe for the rest of my life.
Because like for the longest time, I thought that's what an anaconda looked like in the wild, and so it's just like there's a giant snake like this just out in the wild, and we're all pretty chill about it. That's
And we're all just fine. We're all just
exactly, and
playing
so it's
video
kind of
games, eating our sandwiches.
like I just could not watch this movie at all for a couple of years, and then at a certain point, I was like, okay, let's just watch this movie, and I was like, okay, this movie is just because there's two. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't.
You need to go find this movie and you need to watch it. It's because there's 2 scenes in the movie that like really messed me up because there was one, you know the actor Owen Wilson, right?
Really bad at names. What does he look like?
Have you ever seen Not at the Museum?
I have.
He's the cowboy.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's in that movie. Uh, he gets eaten in that movie. so,
It's eaten.
but what was terrorizing about it or traumatizing about it is that like there's a scene where the anaconda that ate him, it pans across the camera, and you can see his entire outline and his face just through the it's a snake.
Through the body.
Yeah, it was yeah, and then towards the end, there's another person that gets eaten by an anaconda, but the point of view is you're inside the anaconda and you're watching it eat somebody. I'm about to show you these videos
That's
before the
crazy. I
night's over
don't.
with because it's just utterly ridiculous. ridiculous with that. So, um, and so yeah, that's why for like a while I was never much of an anaconda person because of that movie. But I mean, over the years I got better. But I was just like, um, you know what I would want?
Hmm.
I would want a pangolin. Do you know what that is? All right, remind me to show you that also.
Okay.
uh, an eye.
What are these
These are
words?
animals.
What is an eye?
Okay, all right. I'm going to show you after we get done. I want to show you these animals because I don't understand how you have never seen or heard of these animals before.
A pangolin? Is it a penguin?
No, no,
Pangolin. And an like
not
Captain.
that kind of eye. Not that kind of eye. Then what is this? There's a parrot. Oh, it's like because it lives in Madagascar. What is the name of this parrot?
A parrot from Madagascar.
Yes. Oh, what is it called? It doesn't fly. It like walks on the ground.
A flightless parrot.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't fly. At least from my understanding, it doesn't fly. So I'm just gonna show you all these after we're done because it's really interesting to me that you have never heard of these animals before. So
So if somebody looked at me and was like, "Look at that eye over there," I'd be like, What did you just say to me?"
yeah, exactly. See, that's the same energy that I'm getting right now from you is like what is this? What are you showing me? So um oh gosh, it's wild. That is wild. But oh, what's another animal? What I want? You know, I'm a big fan of Komodo dragons.
Felt.
Um, I like crocodiles.
That's terrifying.
What? How is that terrifying?
Because of the roundy thing they do when
Oh,
they get you.
yeah, my gosh. I
So,
mean,
I've done that on like amusement park rides where that's terrifying. I don't think so. No, thank you. You're eating me while we're doing that? No, I'm gonna die. Well, obviously, but
I do you like amusement parks?
I do, but I am terrified and I will cry. But it'll be fun if you look over the fact that I'm crying.
So is your crying you telling me that you're having a good time, or is it like you're just generally
I'm gen I'm genuinely terrified, but it's okay.
okay? Um, was this at Six Flags? Or was it somewhere else? But I remember okay, no, this was at Six Flags. But I remember they had this because Six Flags over Georgia. They have
Mhm.
this section of the park called Gotham City, and it has like a lot of Batman themed rides. There was one called the Joker, and it was one of those that kind of just spun in a circle, basically. Well, we were riding it at one point. So we were riding it and we were just kind of, so the momentum keeps you going until the operators get it, make it stop. But so you would go and then you would get to the top of it and you're like upside down. There was a point to when we were going on it, it literally stopped a little bit too longer than it was supposed to, but then it started going again, and so we were all like, "Are we stuck hanging upside down?" So,
Oh
um, it's a fun ride though. I'll have to figure out how to take you there one day.
no.
What else? Let's see. There. Oh gosh, it's been replaced now, but there was one roller coaster we had. at that park where it was called the Ninja. And the ride is famous because you literally would get a migraine or a headache off of this ride. Like the way the seats were designed and stuff like that, you literally would have a headache the rest of the day.
That's horrible.
It is horrible, but we rode it, and so we were just glutton for punishment, I guess. Oh man, what other funny? So, do you like horror movies? I think I've asked you that. I don't think
I I don't watch horror movies very much.
okay.
I will watch them again if you're not if you're okay with me crying.
Are you crying because you're enjoying it, or are you crying because it's?
Because I'm genuinely terrified.
Okay.
I'm terrified of pretty much everything. I just do it anyway.
What? You're a real trooper. Okay. And then it's probably good that you don't watch horror movies with me, because I tend to watch like the creepiest of horror movies.
I can't do like demons and stuff like that.
That's
oh my
fine.
goodness. One time I was like having a sleepover at my sister's house and she fell asleep and we were watching a demon movie together and this demon screamed so loudly that the chandelier shook and I had a full panic attack and I was like trying not to wake her up and I was like looking for the remote to turn off the TV and I couldn't find it. Like I was crying and it was a whole thing.
Oh wow. That's crazy. I
Wonderful.
I remember in high school, I think I stayed the night with a friend. And we're just chilling. Like this is probably, I think it was like maybe like a Friday night or something like that. This is Friday night, maybe 11, 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock. We're just chilling, watching TV. He's sitting on the floor and I'm just chilling on the bed. And I don't remember what we were watching, but we were just watching TV. We're not saying anything to each other, but just out of nowhere, he just ran in. Well, his mom tried to tell us a scary story before, because she was talking about how the house that they were living in was lived in by a witch, and so she said at night she would hear like claw scratching from her closet, and so we were all like, get out of here, whatever. But like, my friend, we're just sitting there watching TV, minding our, just chilling. And out of nowhere, he just goes, "Grandmother, can you please stop scratching my back?" And I was like, "What did you just say?" Like, I didn't say it to him, but I mentally said it. And then a couple of seconds after that, he was like, "Thank you." I was like, "What?"
No, I'm crying right now.
Oh, really? I didn't even make you cry.
No, if my friend did that, I would bawl.
It was very much like, what just happened here? So,
I'd be like, anyway, I forgot that I have Play-Doh in the oven, and I need to go. Thank you for your hospitality.
you're fine. You're fine. You're good. I got you. You're fine.
That was off. That would be terrifying. No. I don't need to know about your grandmama. It's just that no.
Very much.
I'd leave. Got the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any. That was the only thing that happened too. So. Why do you have Play-Doh in the oven?
Oh yeah, sure. My bad.
So, it was definitely something, honestly. It was definitely something. So, oh man, I'm trying to think of anything. Yeah, but I do love scary stuff. So, I mean, that's something you would have to probably just work with, honestly. So, Like I wouldn't take you somewhere and let you be like horribly terrified the entire time. So you don't have to worry about that.
I'm okay with being terrified, but so a big thing about places like scary, like houses, like haunted houses and
Mhm.
stuff, they expect you not to hit people who terrify you, and
You
I
don't
don't,
roll.
I don't run. I don't. There's no running. I'm like, it's the end.
We
Then we'll.
one of the haunted houses we have here near where I live. One year we went. It's called Atrox. It's a very famous haunted house attraction where I live, and this was our first time going. And what's really cool about it is that each year they will bring in special guests. So I think they brought the actor who played Jason Voorhees in the Friday the 13th movies. Um, but we went, and so they kind of like had us all in a line, and they were just going over rules and stuff like that. Well, we didn't, we weren't, we were like focused on the guy giving the rules and stuff like that. What we didn't know was there was a guy dressed in like a werewolf suit came up from behind us, and while we didn't notice, and he sniffed my friend Matt, and my friend Matt
Oh my
just
God.
went nuts. He was just yelling like, "Oh!" He sniffed me, and he was just going crazy. It's just like, "Oh my god, this is wild."
That motherfucker sniffed me right there.
Exactly, that's exactly his reaction, and it was just wild. And then it
I
gets worse. Um, because we go to this one part where it's supposed to be like a swamp kind of thing, and there's like one of the actors is playing like a witch, and she's like yelling at us. She's like, "Get out of my swamp!" and all this stuff. We're all focusing in on her. Then a guy with a chainsaw comes out of the darkness and starts attacking us. Um, I run into a wall. My friend Jimmy lost his shoe, and so it was great.
When my sister would be like bored or whatever, I'd pretend I was a man late for work and I'd run into walls because I was like so worried about getting dressed that I couldn't remember the walls were there, and she would laugh so hard. It was wonderful.
Oh, did wait? What do y'all do for wait? So, what about like core mazes? Are you fine with that?
So I'm okay with going into a corn maze with somebody else,
Okay.
but I can't be alone, and I will not live next to a core maze. I would rather be homeless. I am not okay with that.
You know what? That's very rational. I mean, especially like with horror movies that involve like corn mazes and stuff like that. I can definitely understand that.
The one that gave me that fear was that one where like the people are driving and their car get like dies or they blow a tire or something and they go in the middle of a corn maze to go to the like house that's in the middle of this corn maze, and these like scarecrows come alive and they kill them and then stuff them into scarecrow suits,
Hmm.
and then those scarecrow suits come alive and kill their friends, and it just keeps going on and over, and I'm not okay with that.
I don't think I've seen that one or I've heard of that.
Yeah. I don't know the name of it, but if you post it, somebody might.
You're right. Probably some horror lover probably will know exactly what you're talking about. Because like the Sci-Fi Channel back when it was like really good, they would have like a lot of fun movies. And it sounds like a movie. That movie you're talking about, it sounds familiar because like these people got trapped in the middle of a cornfield at a house, and they couldn't leave because there were scarecrow out there. Like if they tried to leave, the scarecrows would get them. Well,
Mhm.
now I have to go and try to find this movie because now it's piqued my interest.
Oh, it's terrifying. I'd watch it with you if you're okay with me crying.
I would just be like, yeah. You just watch somebody just like get it killed by a scarecrow, and you're just beside me like crying. It's like,
It's okay, it's just a scarecrow and a sewing machine. But no, I'm terrified.
You're right, especially for you. So, my goodness. Um, but yeah, I just love horror movies. Do you travel when you can, like for like vacationing, that kind of stuff?
I do. I travel here and there, but I have to be in the right mindset
Really?
because traveling sends me into depression.
Okay. I was talking with a friend because I really want to do this at some point in my life, but I would love to drive the entire length of Route 66.
Ooh.
I can't think of how long that would take to do all that though. So 'cause I think you would like start in Ohio. I think it starts in Ohio and it ends in Southern California.
I love.
Yeah, so it'd be a very long road trip for sure. But I would
Mhm.
definitely. I don't know when I'll do that, but I that's because right now I'm working on planning out my vacation for not next year, but 2026. Because I believe, as of right now, I'm planning on going to Italy, Germany, and Switzerland,
Ooh.
and then maybe we'll do Route 66 after. That's
I
what
love that. It's a lot of traveling.
it is. Well, I've been to. Let's see. I've been to Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Cincinnati. No, that's not the city. Um, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and Colorado and Cuba.
Ooh. That's so many
That
places.
is that is a lot of places. So,
I don't.
I just like to travel, so it is what it is. And so
I've been to Mississippi, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, Hawaii, and Texas.
oh, Hawaii. Did you like that?
I loved Hawaii. It was wonderful. But people that are from Hawaii would rather if you just stay home and not come to Hawaii.
I can see how.
They're very nice. They're very
Right.
nice. And they're like, yay, we love that you're here, just never come back because it's a headache.
Yeah, I can see where how there's like an annoying tourist people. Because my friend Tiffany, she currently lives in Hawaii, and she was telling me about how like a tourist was just kept saying like aloha, aloha, like she just kept saying aloha to her, and she was just kind of like, she's like hey and everything, and then there was like a TikTok I saw where in Japan there was like this tourist lady that just kept trying to take pictures of this specific Japanese person. Um,
Oh.
well, it's was it a geisha? I think it was called. Um, and so it was just basically not being aware of where you're at and being respectful of that culture and what they're doing. It was kind of one of those situations.
Exactly.
So,
Another huge thing that just I couldn't go to like the rich side of town and stuff because the homeless population is huge and
hmm.
I would cry every single time and it would just ruin the whole day.
Oh, I see. I see. No, I could get that. Um, Colorado, Cuba was fun. That was really a fun place to go. Um, it was, it was very so because we were riding in like makeshift trucks, and so uh, I remember we stopped on the road on the side of the road at one point just so some of the guys that you know, you could get out, grab oranges from an orange grove. Um,
Mhm.
we got to try sugar cane out of
Ooh,
a
I love
field.
sugar.
Um, they oh they one of the last days we were there, because we had like a free day the very next day, but one of the last days we were there, they went out of their way and roasted an entire pig for us. It was, and like they had been doing it maybe 6 to 12 hours, and they were like hand turning the pig itself, and so it was really cool. It was a very cool experience. Um, the beaches were nice. I'm not a beach person. Uh,
I don't like. I'm terrified of sharks.
that's fair.
I-
That's fair.
They're scary beans.
Um, while everybody else was like enjoying the time at the beach, I was like eavesdropping on a family because I was trying to figure out if they were Canadian or British. So that's pretty much what I did. To this day, I'm pretty sure that they were British. So
I play in the sand,
that works
and
too.
I get all messy, and everyone's like, "Look at that grown adult over there acting like a 3-year-old," and I'm like, "Look at my messy sandcastle."
I just never been big on the beach, and so that's why I typically don't go. So yeah,
The thing I'm not big on is afterwards all of the sand and all of the crevices.
yeah, that's true. Um,
That's that's highly uncomfortable.
Miami, when I went, it was weird because we were technically, if we went a few miles up the beach, we would have been entering a nudist part of the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. Um,
Ever been to a nude beach?
I have
Like,
not. It's not something that's on my list.
it's fun.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Um, there was a drunk woman with one of her boobs hanging out. That
We
was
love.
interesting. So, that was,
Mama number two. I called her Mama number two. She was not related to me whatsoever.
mm,
Um, I have two Mama number twos, but it's fine. It's not confusing. She would get drunk and just start changing her clothes in front of everybody, and then
oh,
she'd look really, really like a gypsy at the end of it. But she was gonna flash you. Like
oh.
you're getting flashed.
So okay.
So pretty afterwards.
She sounds just like the life of the party. So, oh my goodness. All right, guys. I think that is where we will end this week's episode of Nerd Talk After Hours. Very fun conversation. I enjoyed every bit of it. For those who are listening or watching, what are ways that they can follow and support you?
I have Twitter and TikTok. I also don't know which either of those are, but I can give them to you to put on the cover.
That's fine. Um, but yeah, other than that, guys, thank you for stopping by this week. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. As per usual, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button here. Comment below. But other than that, we will see y'all in the next video. See ya.